What if Texas, the Lone Star State, were to break away from the United States and become an independent country? It's a question that sparks curiosity and ignites debate. Welcome to AtlasMap. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and leave a like if you liked. Could Texas truly stand on its own 2 feet? What would it look like for this giant among states to become a nation among nations? Texas, with its sprawling landmass, booming economy, and unique cultural identity, presents a fascinating case study. From the halls of government to the oil fields and ranches, the impact of independence would be felt far and wide. Join us as we delve into this hypothetical scenario, exploring the potential challenges and opportunities. Now, let's venture into the heart of Texas and imagine a future where the Lone Star shines alone. The first hurdle for an independent Texas would be establishing a stable and functioning government. Would it adopt a parliamentary system like Canada or retain the presidential model of the US? The political leanings of Texas, often characterized as conservative, suggest a preference for limited government and individual liberty. International recognition would be crucial. Securing embassies, negotiating treaties, and joining international organizations like the United Nations would be top priorities. The United States, as a neighbor and major economic partner, would play a pivotal role in this process. Texas would need to define its relationship with its southern neighbor, Mexico. Issues like immigration, trade, and border security would require delicate diplomacy and cooperation. A shared history and cultural ties could foster a mutually beneficial partnership. The transition to independence would undoubtedly be complex, requiring careful planning and a spirit of compromise. The political landscape of a newly minted Texas would be shaped by both its Texan heritage and its aspirations for the future. Texas boasts a robust and diversified economy, fueled by industries like energy, technology, and agriculture. As an independent nation, it would have the potential to control its own economic destiny, setting its own trade policies and regulations. However, independence would also bring economic challenges. Texas would need to establish its own currency, manage its own finances, and navigate the complexities of international trade agreements. The loss of access to the U.S. market and the potential for trade barriers could impact certain sectors. Texas's energy resources, particularly its vast oil reserves, would be a significant asset. It could leverage these resources to secure favorable trade deals and generate revenue. However, fluctuations in global energy prices could also create economic volatility. The entrepreneurial spirit of Texans, combined with the state's abundant resources and skilled workforce, could help it weather the economic storms of independence. However, careful planning and strategic decision-making would be essential for long-term prosperity. Texas possesses a unique and vibrant culture deeply rooted in its history as a Spanish colony, a Mexican territory, and an independent republic before joining the United States. Independence would likely amplify this sense of Texan identity and pride. The cultural landscape of an independent Texas would be a fascinating blend of tradition and innovation. Country music, rodeos, and barbecue would continue to thrive, while new forms of art, music, and literature would emerge, reflecting the evolving identity of the nation. The use of the English language would likely persist given its dominance in commerce and education. However, Spanish, with its historical significance and presence in Texas, could experience a resurgence, becoming a second official language. An independent Texas would have the opportunity to celebrate its cultural heritage while embracing its newfound freedom. The cultural tapestry of Texas, woven from diverse threads, would become even richer and more distinctive. Section 5. Black Gold and Beyond. Managing Texas's abundant resources. Texas is blessed with an abundance of natural resources, from its vast oil and gas reserves to its fertile farmland and sprawling ranches. Managing these resources responsibly would be crucial for the environmental and economic well-being of an independent Texas. The oil and gas industry has long been a pillar of the Texas economy. As an independent nation, Texas would have complete control over its energy resources, allowing it to set its own production quotas and environmental regulations. However, the environmental impact of oil and gas extraction would be a major concern. An independent Texas would need to balance its energy needs with the need to protect its air, water, and land for future generations. Investing in renewable energy sources, such as wind and solar power, would be essential for reducing dependence on fossil fuels and mitigating climate change. Texas's vast open spaces and sunny climate make it ideally suited for harnessing renewable energy. Section 6. Boots on the ground. Security concerns for a Lone Star nation. The issue of security would be paramount for an independent Texas. It would need to establish its own military, capable of defending its borders and protecting its interests both domestically and abroad. Given its location on the US-Mexico border, border security would be a top priority. Texas would need to invest in personnel, technology, and infrastructure to control immigration, combat drug trafficking, and prevent cross-border crime. The relationship between Texas and the United States in matters of defense would be complex. While Texas might seek cooperation and intelligence sharing, it would also need to establish its own independent defense capabilities. The potential for conflict with neighboring states or foreign powers, while unlikely, cannot be entirely ruled out. An independent Texas would need to be prepared to defend its sovereignty and interests in a sometimes unpredictable world. Section 7. Friends in high places. International relations and diplomacy. Navigating the complex world of international relations would be a key challenge for an independent Texas. Establishing strong diplomatic ties and building alliances would be crucial for its security and prosperity. The United States, as a close neighbor and major economic partner, would undoubtedly be Texas's most important bilateral relationship. Maintaining strong economic and cultural ties with the U.S. would be essential for Texas. Mexico, as Texas's southern neighbor, would also be a key diplomatic partner. Addressing issues such as trade, immigration, and border security would require close cooperation and mutual understanding. Texas might also seek to strengthen ties with other countries that share its values and interests. Building relationships with European nations, Asian powers, and other key players on the global stage would be essential for Texas's foreign policy. Section 8. The price of freedom. Weighing the pros and cons. The prospect of an independent Texas has both potential benefits and significant challenges. Independence would grant Texas greater autonomy over its affairs. It could set its own economic policies and control its natural resources. However, independence comes at a price. Texas would lose the economic and military protection of the United States. Building a new nation would be daunting and costly. Section 9. A Texan Tomorrow. What could the future hold? The hypothetical scenario of an independent Texas invites us to imagine a future full of possibilities, both promising and uncertain. Would Texas thrive as a sovereign nation, or would it struggle to meet the demands of independence? The spirit of self-reliance and innovation that defines Texas suggests that it could potentially overcome the challenges of nation-building. Its entrepreneurial spirit, combined with its abundant resources and skilled workforce, could lay the foundation for a prosperous future. However, the political, economic, and geopolitical realities of the 21st century would present formidable obstacles. Navigating these complexities would require astute leadership, strategic planning, and a willingness to adapt to changing circumstances. Ultimately, the success or failure of an independent Texas would depend on the choices made by its people and its leaders. The path to nationhood is never easy, but the spirit of the Lone Star State suggests that it would face the challenge head-on with determination and resilience. Section 10. AtlasMap, your guide to a changing world. As we've explored the hypothetical scenario of an independent Texas, we've delved into the complex world of geopolitics, economics, and international relations. To further your understanding of these interconnected forces, we encourage you to check out AtlasMap. AtlasMap is an invaluable resource for anyone seeking to make sense of the ever-changing geopolitical landscape. It provides insightful analysis, detailed maps, and engaging content that sheds light on the forces shaping our world. Whether you're a student of international relations, a business leader with global interests, or simply a curious citizen of the world, AtlasMap offers a wealth of knowledge and perspectives to broaden your horizons. Section 11. Texas, a nation divided? One of the most pressing questions facing an independent Texas would be the issue of internal unity. Texas is a diverse state with a complex history, and the transition to independence could potentially exacerbate existing divisions. Political differences, cultural identities, and economic disparities could all become points of contention. The question of whether Texas could forge a cohesive national identity in the face of such challenges would be paramount. The issue of immigration, always a hot-button topic in Texas, would likely take on even greater significance. An independent Texas would need to determine its own immigration policies, balancing economic needs with social concerns. The legacy of racial and ethnic tensions in Texas could also resurface. Addressing historical injustices and promoting equality and inclusivity would be essential for building a just and equitable society. Section 12. The spirit of independence, a legacy of self-reliance. The hypothetical scenario of an independent Texas, while purely speculative, offers a fascinating glimpse into the enduring allure of self-determination. The human desire for freedom and autonomy is a powerful force, one that has shaped the course of history. Texas, with its proud history of independence and its reputation for rugged individualism, embodies this spirit in many ways. The Lone Star State has always charted its own course, defying expectations and forging its own path. Whether or not Texas ever chooses to pursue actual independence, the hypothetical scenario serves as a reminder of the importance of self-reliance, innovation, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. As we conclude our exploration of this intriguing thought experiment, we invite you to continue exploring the world with AtlasMap. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and leave a like if you liked. The world is a complex and ever-changing place, and understanding the forces that shape it is essential for navigating the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.